Last night in a suburb of St. Paul, Minnesota, a man by the name of Philando Castle, a black man, was pulled over with his girlfriend and her child in the back. And because of altercations and everything, this man was shot 4 times. And they have the video online and everything. And me being a black man as well, when I first saw this video, it really upset me. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I am scared for myself because I looked at this man that he got shot only a couple cities from where I live, and this uh, Philando, he was 32. I'm 34, and he works at a public school, a St. Paul or a St. Paul school, and I work within schools, and as I see that happen, I say, why can that not be me? And it makes me terrified that somebody can just look at me off the basis of my skin color and react. And I have 2 daughters of my own, and I hate the fact that I'm gonna have to explain, at least to my oldest daughter, that there are still people in this world that look at her differently and going to react because of that difference. I'm not. I was angry, but now I'm just, man. I am just heartbroken. I think what this happens is it goes to show that this was all out of fear. I believe that if I'm being honest, I feel that white people, they fear us, black people. And black people, we're scared of police. We're scared of people and authority. And it makes me even uh, ask the question, do I have any power? Can I really do anything? And I just have a couple of thoughts. If you're wanting more information about the what happened, feel free to look it up. I wouldn't suggest anybody watching the video because that it's very hard to watch. But just a couple of things I gathered from it. Uh, I wanted to know, what is it I'm going to take away. I didn't just want this to be another incident, especially after what happened to Alton Sterling and Baton Rouge, Louisiana. This is just days after that. I didn't want this to just be another thing, but I'm like, okay, Terrence, as a black male, what is it that you need to do? And for me, I think for now on, I'm going to stop letting stereotypes dictate who we are as a people. Because I feel that whoever, you can blame it on media or whoever it is, I feel that stereotypes play into this fear that black people are scary. If people see a bunch of black people together, they automatically get scared, and I think that's wrong. If we see a bunch of white people together, we don't get scared. So why should it be the other way around? And I think there is a stereotype that is being played out. And so for myself, I'm going to have to stop even stereotyping myself, but letting others do that the same. And one of the things that I've concluded from this, for now on, I am not going to allow people to say, Terrence, you're pretty white for a black guy, or Terrence, you're the whitest black guy I know. That is wrong, and that is making stereotypes continue to go. I am black. And just because I am black, it doesn't mean I have to talk a certain way. It doesn't mean I have to like certain things. It doesn't mean I have to be something. I am black, and that is a part of who I am, but that is not what I am. And for now on, I'm not going to allow people to joke like that with me. Black people are not scary, and we are not people that you need to go to the other side of the street. Man, There are lots of black people like me. There are lots of black people like maybe somebody that you know. There are all different types, just like there are all different types of white people. And so for myself, I'm not going to allow people to say those stereotypes, but also I'm not going to celebrate those stereotypes no more. I'm not going to go to movies that celebrate stereotypes of black people. I'm not going to watch TV shows that automatically give these stereotypes that black, especially black males, are scary. We are not. Black people, like anybody, are they can be strong. They can be scared too. And so I think that is a lot of what we're seeing. A lot of people are like, well, a lot of people play into the stereotype, and it's because what they've been shown and what they have been put through, that they feel like maybe that's all they have. And so I'm not going to embrace that any longer. But I also think as a black community, man, we have to know and understand we are more than the generalizations. We are more than just, you can't just put each and every black person into a label. I am tired of black women getting labeled that they have an attitude. No, there are certain black people, black women, black men that like to that talk loud, just like there are white men and white women that speak loudly and like to voice their opinions. That's not just one color. That's all colors. That's all people. And so, as black people, we have to know that we are more, and we're not the cloaked figure that the media sometimes portray us as. We are people that bring hope. We are people that I have learned in my lifetime that we accept people. We bring people in. And so during this time, I feel like we need to bring our white brothers and sisters into this conversation. We need to not just merely say, you don't understand how I feel, and so I'm not gonna talk to you about this. But man, we need to have open dialogues with them and say, hey, this is what's going on, and this is why we feel the way that we feel. I also think that I know it's hard, but we shouldn't respond in anger. We shouldn't respond with hurt. You can be angry. You can be hurt, but to respond in that way is not going to help this situation. It's not going to help everybody move forward. In order for these things to stop, in order for these killings to stop taking place, we have to be able to let people know, hey, you have hurt us, but we're gonna move forward with this, and we're gonna educate you on who we are. We're not gonna educate you in a violent way. We're gonna educate you and let you know that there are lots of educated black people. This man, he was killed. He worked at a school, for crying out loud. He had no record whatsoever. That is not a weird, like, wow, that's a lot of black people I know, and a lot of black people I hang out with. There are no stereotypes for what we do and what our record should be. And so we need to respond with courage. We need to be able to have some tough conversations with other non-black people, bring them into the conversation, and we need to be able to answer some of the questions they have. If you are out there and you are not black, but you are something else, if you're white, if you're Asian, if you're Latino, whatever it is, I think also for you, you got to grow your circle of influence. I don't know how many people I've talked to, how many white people I've talked to, and they're like, well, I got one black friend. You need to have more in order for us to attack this stereotype that black people are scary, because when people get scared, they respond to that fear. And when you respond in fear, you're responding erratically. You're responding with a lot of emotion. And that is not the right thing to do. That's when stupid mistakes like this happen. We cannot let this happen no more. So as a different culture, you need to be able to grow your influence of people, be able to go out of your way to have friends that are not the same as you. Also, I think what would help is understand that something has happened. And even if you are a white person sitting there and you're like, I don't understand, there are lots of different sides of the law. Know that there are people that are hurt and angry, and you need to be okay with them voicing their opinion. You should not just merely make somebody be quiet or try to make them see the facts of everything when they're hurt. There was a little girl in the car that saw this man get shot. And I can't imagine if that was my daughter that watched me. And I don't care what anybody would say about the facts. That little girl is going to be hurt. That little girl is going to have to deal with that memory. And so this is not just merely a listen to the facts and be okay with what happened, but man, listen to people's pain, listen to their hurt, and understand that sometimes things happen and you might not get it, but you can recognize pain for pain. You can recognize hurt for hurt. And also, I would encourage all my white brothers and sisters, ask questions. If you are afraid, you need to ask questions. You need to look fear in the face and say, no, I'm not going to merely just be okay with being ignorant about another race, about another culture, but you need to ask questions. Say, hey, why do you do this? Why do I always see this? And as black people, we need to be okay with sometimes they're going to ask questions where you're like, that sounds crazy. Just the other day, somebody was like, I've never felt black people hair before. I'm like, that's crazy. But hey, I'm going to have that conversation with you because I don't want you to walk away thinking one thing of me just because I didn't allow you to ask those questions, to get into the know. You need to get educated on this. We need to get educated about people, because when you are educated about people, then fear has no room in there. Racism has no way in there. Be educated on people. Know why they do what they do, and know that no generalization fits everybody. There is no race that fits exactly into their generalization. There are always people that are different. There are always people that they're going to be the exception. And when everybody's the exception, then the generalization is wrong. So get educated on it and know people. And as a person of faith, I'm asking that the faith community steps up. Man, the faith, we got to be the ones to let people know, hey, we got to respond with love. We got to encourage people to have these hard conversations, that they get real about some the prejudices that you may have about other people, and start to confront those things. If you are at a church, you need to reach out and find leaders, find other pastors that can be on that staff, that can be in your church to lend a voice to some of the things that are going on. If you have a church that has more than one black person going to it, you need to have some type of representation. You need to make sure that the people that are sitting in the pews are also some of the people that are standing on the stage. And so, all in all, man, we got to know that in order to get past things like this, in order to make this a thing of the past where people are not just merely picked out because of the color of their skin, we got to be able to love. We got to be able to have compassion. Let your love for others be way stronger than your dislike for them. Doesn't matter who it is. Love them. Because truly, that is the only thing that will change anything. If you have any questions for me, I would love to hear your comments. I would love to hear what you think. Other than that, man, I don't want to hear about something like this again. Let's move past this as a people. All right. I love you guys. Peace.